Hello everybody, this is Gruesome Fox coming at you with a 650 cost rated match here in the Todesritter. We're going to be on Mining City for this match here, and this is going to be a continuation of my Pale Rider series that I'm doing, where I'm just kind of playing the Pale Riders of GBO2 and making videos about them. And since my last video was on the Pale Rider VG, I really wanted to do the Todesritter next because both this and the VG are Pale Rider variants that use a lot of Xeon technology in them, and if I'm kind of inferring this correctly based off the descriptions for both of these suits and from what I could read on the Gundam wiki, it does seem like the Pale Rider VG is the suit that would eventually become the Todesritter, which I couldn't find anything like confirmed about it. I couldn't see anything saying there was a direct connection, but given that I don't think Xeon would have like multiple Pale Riders that they captured, I could only assume that would be the case, which if it is, that would be a pretty neat connection between the VG and the Todesritter. But I'm looking at this suit in GBO2. The Todesritter is a general type of mobile suit. It is native to 650 and goes all the way up to 750, and I know for some of the Pale Rider videos I've done, I've kind of mentioned how they were suits I've wanted to cover in the past, and the Todesritter here is especially one of those, which, weirdly enough, I know I had a 700 cost space match with it at some point, and I don't think I have it anymore. I think that one just got lost to time. It's very weird that I never used that, because I'm pretty sure I meant to use that clip at some point, but things happen where it's just like other clips, come out, and it's just kind of like it gets pushed back, and just never really sees the light of day. So I'm really glad in this instance I can finally cover the Todesritter in a video, and I could also say a lot of positives about this one too. I don't think that's something I've had for the last Pale Rider, the Pale Rider VG. That one I kind of trashed on a lot, but the Todesritter here in comparison is a much better suit, and I think for the Pale Riders I have played so far, I can confidently say that I think the Todesritter here is one of the better, if not one of the best Pale Riders in GBO2. Now that's kind of a weird comparison because this thing is at a completely different cost. All of the other Pale Riders are like usually native to 400 or 450, while the Todesritter here is 650, so it's a very different playing field. But with the Todesritter here, something I've kind of said with GBO2 a lot is that the generals at 650, they usually tend to be pretty good, even if they're like older generals. I feel like for the most part they tend to be pretty reliable picks for the most part, and the Todesritter is really no exception to that. I feel like this suit is still really nice for the most part. There have been some games I've had where like it really didn't go all too well, but if you can get a good team with the Todesritter, this suit can really do some wonders, and I think a big part of that comes down to the overall kit that the Todesritter has. I'm going to quickly go over the weapons that you have here, but you do have the Todesritter Hyper Knuckle Buster, which is a really nice weapon. You can charge it to get an instant stun, or you can do a rapid fire with it. You also have the Todesritter Beam Saber ×2. You have a pair of chest machine cannons. You have some beam guns. You have the Incom Beam Cannon ×4. You have the Incom Tri-Blade, and then you have the shield with internal Mega Particle Cannon. And then that Mega Particle Cannon, that does also count as an actual shield. So yeah, really do like the kit you get here. The main thing about this kit too is really those incoms, especially since you can use both of them at the same time. I think the incoms on the Todesritter are really good. Again, especially if you pair them. The ×4 incoms will operate like normal beam firing incoms, and then you have the Tri-Blade versions, which will go and hit a target, and they can also get a stun. So again, a really nice pairing when it comes to using both of these Tri-Blades, and the other weapons in its kit are really nice as well. I really like the Hyper Knuckle Buster on it. I think it's a really nice beam rifle. The beam guns, I keep bringing up the beam guns with all of the Pale Riders. I think the beam guns on this suit are really nice. There's like shoulder guns. And the machine cannon is also really nice as well, even though I don't use it too much in this match, but machine cannon also really nice. The kit overall is just a really good kit. Now, something I do want to bring up, and this is like part of the description for the Todesritter in GBO2, its mobile suit explanation. They mention in the mobile suit explanation that the Todesritter's main strength is mid to close range combat. I have to disagree with that close range combat part, because even though the melee on this suit is alright for a general, I really feel like that main strength, again, just lies in this suit's range weapons. And even looking at the stats too, I believe the Todesritter, without any custom parts, has a higher range strength than melee strength. So yeah, you can, with the right build, you can really do wonders with all of the range weapons that they give you with this suit. And I haven't even gotten into the skills yet. You get some really nice skills. You do get Hades' ability boost at level 2. You do have maneuver armor, you have melee combo controller, you have your dodge roll. And overall, you got some really nice skills there as well. And it does look like for the higher levels, you do get flight control program. I don't think that one is on the level 1 here, so excluding that one, you do get all these other really nice skills. And yeah, I'm really just glad to say overall that the Todesritter still feels like a really just solid general unit. Are there better things you can use at 650? I mean, probably. There's, again, like 650 is one of those costs that we've had such a shift in with, a lot of the F91 stuff getting added and just, newer 650s in general, like the prototype Psycho Gundam and things like that. The costs, like, a lot of the other costs, it does shift quite a lot, but as I said earlier, I do... And I apply this to a lot of 650 generals. I feel like many of these 650 generals are still really solid units overall. And the Todesritter, as I said earlier, I think is just a solid 650 overall. It's a solid pick. If you want to play a higher cost Pale Rider, I think it's really good. If you want something that's more range based, I think this is a really good suit to go with, because the weapons combo really well into each other. So yeah, overall really glad to talk so positively about the Todesritter here. I've been wanting to talk about this suit and never had the opportunity to, and yeah, here we are. Oh, and the machine cannons, you can fire them while boosting. That's probably an aspect of those weapons I probably could have used a lot more during this match, but hey, gonna get the incoms on the I think was the Raid Vizelle. I never can fully remember the name of the Raid Vizelle, I just call it the Raid Vizelle, but yeah, that's going to be mission complete, and let's see how we did here in the Todesritter. And didn't get anyone on the board, but our RF Dom did really nice, so going to send them praise. But hey, second place overall with 4 kills and 1 loss, did get 3rd in assist and 3rd in damage, so yeah, a really nice match there in the Todesritter, and that's going to be everything for the actual match here. Just kind of wrapping up, yeah, I think the Todesritter, compared to many of the other Pale Riders in GBO2, I think this one is definitely one of the better ones. And again, for 650 having been changed quite a lot over the time, again, with like a lot of the newest suits that we have been getting, it's really good to see that the Todesritter is still a solid pick for the most part. Again, this is from the matches that I have gotten. I did say that some matches I've had were not the best compared to this one. At least I hope I mentioned that. If not, I'm bringing it up now. But overall, it seems like Todesritter is, again, pretty solid. So I don't really know if they can take anything from the Todesritter and really apply it to the other Pale Riders, because, again, really big cost difference, but yeah, that's really everything I have for this video here. Not really sure which Pale Rider I'm going to cover next, so just trying to look at what matches I can get. But, comment down below what you think about the Todesritter. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.